Senator, in less than 16 hours, the Supreme Court might hold that subsidies have been illegally distributed through exchanges not established by the states. If they hold that way, 6 million or so Americans might suddenly lose their health insurance. There will be a move in Congress among Republicans to extend the subsidies for 17 months to get into the next president's tenure. Could you support that?
I could not. Under no circumstances should Republicans in Congress extend Obamacare. If the Supreme Court rules as many observers expect, it will conclude that the Obama IRS violated federal law and illegally imposed billions of dollars of taxes on millions of Americans, millions of young people who are working right now. The Obama IRS is extracting taxes from them. And if the Supreme Court concludes that President Obama violated the law, the last thing Republicans in Congress should step up and do is codify his lawlessness and extend the subsidies.
But the 6 million people who will be out of health insurance had to buy it. There was a mandate. They relied on this. Are they just, what do you say to them, tough?
What I say is we should use this opportunity to address the real problem, which is that Obamacare has driven health insurance premiums through the roof. Remember, President Obama promised the average family's health insurance premiums would drop $2,500 under Obamacare. In actuality, the average family's premiums have risen $3,000. I've joked on the campaign trail. Every family whose premiums have dropped $2,500, they should vote for Hillary Clinton. I'll take everybody else. And we've never had a race.
Excuse me to interrupt. You're saying you would not vote for a patch to take you from point A to point B.
So what we should do instead, correct, what we should do instead is allow states to opt out, and allow states to opt out of everything. Opt out of the individual mandate, opt out of the taxes, opt out of the employer mandate, opt out of all the mandatory coverage, which is driving up premiums for a lot more than 6 million people. You're talking hundreds of millions of people who are seeing their premiums go up for Obamacare. And let states also opt out of the taxes, opt out of the medical device tax, opt out of the investment tax, opt out of all of the crushing costs. And what that means, if a state like California or New York decides they want Obamacare, they want to pay the taxes, they want to lose the jobs, they want people forced into part-time work, let them choose that. But I can tell you other states like Texas, we would choose economic growth and helping everyone rather than sticking with this failed law that isn't working.
Laura.
Is there Cruz care? Is there a Ted Cruz replacement for Obamacare?
We absolutely need health care reform after repealing Obamacare. And I'll tell you what I think one of the real distinctions in 2016 is I am campaigning every day on repealing every single word of Obamacare.
But what are you replacing it with?
What you replace it with is something that expands competitions and that empowers consumers and disempowers government from getting between patients and their doctors. And 3 specific reforms. One, you let people purchase health insurance across state lines. That creates a 50-state national marketplace that lowers cost and gives you more choices, which expands access. Number 2, you expand health savings accounts so that people can save in a tax-advantaged way for routine health care. And number 3, you work to de-link health insurance from employment so that health insurance is portable. You or I lose our jobs. We don't lose our life insurance or our car insurance or our house insurance. There's no reason we should lose our health insurance, and that's what causes much of the problem of pre-existing conditions. We should be empowering patients, not putting government bureaucrats between us and our doctors.